In this lesson, I'll show you how to write equations for precipitation reactions. This is question number 1. The question reads, write an equation for the precipitation reaction that occurs, if any, when the solutions of potassium carbonate and nickel 2 chloride are mixed. Let's start by writing out what these chemicals look like, their chemical formulas. Potassium carbonate looks like this. We have K for potassium, and carbonate has a charge of 2-. So we have CO3 with the charge of 2 applied to the K. Nickel 2 chloride looks like this. We have Ni, and it has a charge of 2, Cl2. So that charge of 2 goes to the anion, and it's placed right there. The possible product here is potassium coupled with chlorine and nickel coupled with carbonate. So let's write that down. We have KCl. K has a charge of +1, Cl has a charge of -1, so that's the final chemical formula. And nickel carbonate. So we have NiCO3, and given that this has a charge of 2- and this has a charge of 2+, this is the final chemical formulas for both. Let's take a look to see if KCl is soluble. Notice that compounds containing chlorine are soluble compounds, and being coupled with potassium isn't one of the exceptions. So this right here is soluble. What about nickel carbonate? Well, we know that carbonate compounds, shown here, are insoluble except if they're coupled with an alkali metal or ammonium. That's not the case for us, so this is insoluble. And given that it's insoluble, that means a precipitate has formed. And because a precipitate has formed, we can actually go ahead and write this chemical reaction out. So we have K2CO3 plus NiCl2 yields KCl plus NiCO3. I can now balance this chemical equation. Notice that we have 2 potassiums here, 1 here, so I can put a 2 in front. Now we have 2 chlorines, 1 nickel, 1 carbonate, and 1 carbonate, and we're done. Also, to conclude, we should include the state of each compound. This was soluble, so we'll write down AQ. This was insoluble, so that's our solid, and we'll write down AQ here as well. And there you have it. That is how to write equations for precipitation reactions.